Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to King of Dragon Pass. Let's go ahead and proceed. Let's see. God Talkers say that the omens indicate a typical harvest. They said the metal ringing in the distance, but could not tell if it was bells or swords. Let's go ahead and put some magic into crops as well. Put some into war. Mysteries. Let's put 2 into war. I might want to try and do a full raid on the Tadanlings. Let's put 1 into diplomacy as well. I got a lot in reserve. I'd like to keep a lot in reserve. Hiotarl died of old age. He asked us not to trouble ourselves by mourning him overlong, but many in the clan are beside themselves with grief. Alright, it is sea season. Let's start out by sacrificing to Isari. Oh, no, we already did. Well, we should sacrifice to Orlanth. Let's go ahead and do that. We can get Thunderstone, improves the effectiveness of our skirmishers. Lightning deals out more wounds in battle. Rain helps raise our crops. Reduces the number of deaths and wounds among the farmers. I think we should probably go back to rain. Actually, let me make sure. We need more weapon things. We have too many hunters! Yay! I don't care. Elmolanti, a Thane of the Hendart clan, comes to ask you if you know the details of the How Things Began story, and if you would share them with his clan. We wish to improve our ability to move about in the realm of the gods, he says. He reminds you that you owe his clan a favor. Just make up the details. Elmolanti's clan grows impatient with us. We can't afford to offend him. Offer them details of another story instead. We owe them a favor, but need not grant them exactly the favor they request. If we teach them secrets, they will prosper in the realm of the gods, and may bring back powerful weapons. Make sure they are our allies, and will not use these weapons against us. I believe the Hendart are our allies. Better to tell them stories than to have them than have to give them cows. Costs us nothing to tell a sacred secret. I don't know what happens when you tell lies about the gods, but I bet it isn't good. Let me tell them my Yurmul and the cow barn secrets. Tell him what he wants to know. He thanked us and departed. After Elmolanti left, our god talker said that our clan magic had suffered because we aided the irreverent. They said that Rusteron, the chief of the Hendarti, was so impious that the gods want nothing to do with him. Oh. Well, I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know that? There we go. Sea season. Let's go ahead and sacrifice. Thunderstone ritual. That's good. Let's go ahead and improve this. Build it to a temple. Anastara, a young woman of your clan renowned for her cleverness and beauty, is now of marriageable age. 3 suitors come courting her. Orlgandi of the Six Brothers clan promises a gift of 10 horses to the clan ring if he can have her hand in marriage. This gift is above and beyond the bride price, and need not be reciprocated. Saranil of the Grey Fox clan says he knows a secret story of the gods, which he will tell you if you let him marry her. And Frithorf? I guess Frithorf, of the Oak Tree clan, promises the eternal esteem of his clan in exchange for Anastara's hand. Let's see, our relations with the Oak Trees are most in need of improvement, so we should choose Frithorf. It is the right of the clan ring to determine marriages. The people will be scandalized if we let her choose. The Grey Foxes are strongest on the field of battle, and so we must choose Saranil. Orlgandy's clan is known for breeding fine horses. We should let him marry Inastara. If we hold contests, people from all around will come to watch. We will receive gifts from other clans. Knowing the right myths makes it easier to travel in the realm of the gods. We should choose Saranil. And Venina says, marry her to a winner of a series of contests. Orlantha had to pass the greatest test of all when wooing Ernalda. He had to overcome his own ignorance and fear. I like this option. The people were excited, and others came from miles around to witness the contests. We conducted favorable trade deals and were given gifts by our neighbors. The contests were of horse riding, storytelling, mastery of arms, and pig calling. They were won by Frithorf of the Oak Tree clan. He said we had earned the eternal gratitude of his clan, and Astara seemed satisfied that she had the best man of the three. Alright, well, let's take a look at the map. Where were the Oak Tree? Oak Tree are all the way up there. That's who it was, right? I think I want to... Well, I'll wait, actually. I want to give gifts to someone, I think. Food is not so hot, though. Let's do some trade with the Beaker Ducks. Our outer patrol spotted a cattle raid by the Old Owls. They have 10 horsemen and 22 swordsmen. The outer patrol managed to summon 8 weapon thanes and 40 of the feared. Let's spend a magic. Let's sacrifice to Orlantha. Let's take captives, and let's charge. Spend 2 magic. We rushed the Old Owl formation while they were still sacrificing to their gods. We smashed into the Old Owls as they were trying to maneuver for advantage. The fighting was over quickly. Our magic overwhelmed theirs. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take any captives, and we only killed 1. Well, at least we prevented them from doing anything. Okay. I can't send an emissary while you're out, so let's just explore. There's a lot of places that we could explore. Yeah, you can explore up here. Our caravan is back from the Beaker Ducks. We traded for 40 bushels of food. The Beaker Ducks attribute much of their recent success to some strange ritual that sounds like a little bit of a hero quest, but had something to do with water, feathers, and who knows what else. Ducks from a place they call the Upland Marsh, accompanied by warriors of the Old Owl clan, petition you for aid in their fight against the undead creatures of the marsh. The ghouls and zombies have grown very strong of late, and it is time something was done about them. We are ready to mount a serious assault on them. We want your devotees of Humakt to enact a ritual at your temple, one which will strengthen our sword arms and weaken the unliving foes. They offer you 25 cows in exchange for the service. I like the idea of 25 cows. Let's see, you suggest that we refuse him. The Old Owls are our foes and expect nothing from us. By building a temple to Humakt, we created the expectation that we would willingly fight the undead. The ritual they request will reduce the strength of our clan magic. 25 is a goodly number of cows. Our relations with the ducks are good. If we disappointed them in this matter, it wouldn't be the end of the world. We should do this for nothing. By Humakt's blade, we should have thought of it before they did. I can see why we should help, but I don't think the zombies will threaten our clan. We could perform the ritual in exchange for an end to the feud with the Old Owls. Let's do that, I think. They agreed to this. When the dead walk the earth, Orlantha realize who their true enemies are, he said. Our devotees of Humakt perform the necessary ritual Only took 2 magic. That's not too bad. Performed the necessary ritual at the appointed time. They said that the signs were good, and expected the ducks and old owls to do well against the undead armies of the marsh. And indeed, word came back that they had triumphed against their unliving foes. Okay. So we have eliminated our feud with the old owls. That's good. I do kind of want to boost up our opinions with our neighbors. Not the Tadanlings, though. They can just go screw themselves. It is Earth season, so why don't we explore Tula? Actually, yeah, Rusticos, you can do this yourself. I didn't find anything. Glendara, the prosperous Carl of our clan, whose horse was once stolen by Rengarda Darkeyes of the Wolf clan, now lies dead. She succumbed to the apoplexy earlier today. Perhaps this will end the feud between the two families. Probably not. It is dark season. Well, we get a good amount of food now, actually. Let us try and improve some relations, I think. We have an alliance with the Hendart, the 6 brothers, and the Tree brothers. Let's work on the brown boars. Are the marsh ducks in there? No. Okay. Brown boars. They owe us a favor. They're known for reforming bandits and outlaws. Let's give gifts. We've got 100 goods. Give them 2 horses. And how about 16 goods? The exploration mission to the northwest has returned. Alarine, one of the weapon thanes you sent on that mission, reports that the area is full of dragon newts. We found one interesting place there, a temple of sorts. Had a silver statue of a dragon with gems for eyes. It must be very valuable. Let's send a group there to steal it and bring it back. You suggest that we tell another clan about this opportunity. A well-made poem will give cheer to the warriors, increase our fame. This is a tricky situation. The more men we send, the more likely the dragon newts are to discover them. But if the party is discovered, they will need many men to successfully fight the dragon newts. We could trade such a statue for many cows. Some say that the dragon newts worship dragons. Others say that they worship in order to become dragons themselves. Only I can lead a party, for I am tricky enough to succeed. Tempting, but I'm gonna compose a poem. Everyone said that it was an excellent poem and would increase our fame. The snow began falling soon after we left on our diplomatic mission. It fell so thick that we could not see more than a short way. We were afraid of losing our way, so we turned back, letting the horses find their way home. Terrason, the popular son of a thane, has apparently killed his cousin, Jarosar, in a drunken quarrel. There couldn't be a worse case of kinslaying, the most terrible thing that can happen in Orlanthi society. Because public law does not extend to a family matter, there is very little the ring can do to make things right. It is a wound that cannot heal. Some say that the kinslaying brings chaos, but others think that a poetic truth, not a literal one. Alright, Temertane has nothing to add. Ophir suggests that through ring members' example, encourage extreme mourning behavior. We are undone, kinslaying spirits in the face of all our precedents. Spits in the face of all our precedents. Tarasaran slays not only his cousin, but all our hopes. Kin-strife attracts the undead. They can smell it. There is no victory against kinslaying. We must suffer. I myself shall slaughter the lambs I raised by hand. Alas! The connections between chaos and kin-strife is just a metaphor. We have nothing to worry about. Strife attracts the undead. They can smell it. I warned Tesseran's mother that his jealousy was getting out of control. Let's find a powerful holy warriors of Iraq's to scour your lands of Chaos Taint. The storm khans we found refused to come, citing worse chaos problems in the Quiven Mountains. Well, that's great. Alright, it is dark season. Let's go ahead and try sending another emissary. Go to the brown boars again. 2 horses. 16 goods. A few more footmen. Remember Rengarda Dark Eyes of the Wolf who feuded with Glendara over a stolen horse? She survived when Glendara's family burned her stead, but now she is as dead as Glendara, felled not by fighting, but by a coughing disease. Last words on her lips were of Glendara, exulting in the fact that she outlived her rival. The snow began. Aww. And we're being raided by the trolls. 17 weapon thanes, 98 of the fear. Alright, 2 magic, sacrifice to Humakt. Drive them off, and skirmish. Well, lost 1 weapon thane and 1 fighter. The trolls rushed us before we'd fired more than a few volleys. There was a bloody battle. Our magic deafened and dazed them. We drove the trolls off, and their survivors left without plundering our Tula. Alarain distinguished herself in the fighting. With their careful attention, our auxiliaries kept 1 warrior from dying and bandaged 1 of the wounded. Okay, seriously, can I do an emissary, please? The brown boars praised our gifts and toasted me in their feasting hall. As near as I could tell, they hold us in high esteem. Excellent. 2 handsome young men of the clan are captured by outlaw women. The women ride quickly onto your Tula, grab the men, and ride off. Both men are married. You suggest we conduct a divination? We must learn the motives of these outlaws before we decide what to do. The kidnapped men are married. If they dally with the outlaw women, they commit a grave offense. Send a war party to rescue them. If we fight to drive them off, we risk less, but we'll get the same result when we succeed. Good King Oskull was born to an outlaw woman who once captured his father. Do nothing. I've heard of these outlaw women. Every now and then they kidnap fine young men and have their way with them. Brenna says, it's about time we killed the bandits in our midst. Send a war party to rescue the men and kill the outlaws. Vinina says, do nothing, and they will soon be home. They will be sheepish with their wives, and proud among the men. Send a war party to rescue the men. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Orstenor, you can go. Let's go with 6 weapon thanes and 12 footmen. We found the outlaw women and their fellows and fought to drive them off. The outlaws were too strong for us, and we drew back. We failed to rescue our captured fellows. Oh. Well, crap. Derek and Bullock, the 2 young men who were carried off by the outlaws, come back to the Tula at dawn. When asked what happened, at first Bullock says nothing. Then Derek chimes in with an elaborate story of their escape from the outlaw women, who meant to sacrifice them to a bloody altar of Gagarth, god of outlaws. The women of the clan suspect that Derek and Bullock are both lying, and that they committed adultery with the outlaw women. Adultery is a serious crime among the Orlanthi. Only the women want to press this issue. So he suggests that we convince the women that nothing untoward happened. Question Derek until he admits adultery. They're obviously lying, but it will be hard to prove. Derek is the cleverer of the 2, but is likeliest to trip himself up with his runaway tongue. We can bluff the outlaws into fleeing, but should avoid a battle to the death. Send a war party to drive them off. Our Ararth tolerated adultery because he was tempted towards it himself. Thus began the chain of events that made him the tragic king. Those outlaw women can't be pretty fierce. Maybe we should leave them alone. Oh, can be pretty fierce. We can't afford to show mercy to outlaws. Whether they are men or women matters not. Send a war party to slay the outlaws. Truth has many virtues, but it does not help you sleep at night. Let's convince the women that nothing untoward happened. The women agreed that it was not right to treat suspicion as fact, and there the matter rested. Alright, it is still, storm season. Let's go ahead and see if we can get an alliance with, the brown boars. Proposed alliance is given 2 horses and 16 goods. Rusticos' mission to the brown boars is stopped by a group of coarse-looking outlaws, and I forgot to increase the size of my, force with them. Kill as many outlaws as possible. The outlaws proved easily bested. Rusticos and his escort struck down several, and the rest fled. They continued on their journey to the brown boar clan. Your emissary, Rusticos, approaches the brown boars, seeking to negotiate an alliance with them. First, he presents the gifts we sent. Brown boars praise our gifts and toast Rusticos in their feasting hall. Once the gift-giving is over, how does he approach the brown boars for this alliance? Their chief Dorasa is known as a miser. We must appeal to her lust for wealth. We will profit greatly from an alliance. You need food, and we need warriors to protect us. We are both blessed by the gods, and our alliance would please them further. Together we can overcome our foes. We will be celebrated by great poets. It would be generous of you to help us in a time of need. Yeah, you profit greatly from an alliance. Their chief Dorasa agreed that our 2 clans should be allies. After carefully considering the advantages and disadvantages of such an arrangement, Dorasa said, I can only conclude that we would benefit by it. Excellent! Alright. Last year, 28 babies were born. We initiated 20 children as adults. The clan has 5 fewer people, 4 more head of cattle, 1 more horse, and 14 more sheep than we did last sacred time. We produced 920 and 832 bushels of food. 77 were lost due to spoilage. Our crafters produced 90 cows worth of goods. Our market made a profit of 11 cows worth of goods. And when we come back next time, we will continue to try and improve some relations around us. I would like to get powerful enough to push the Tadanlings away, because, you know, they just suck. Anyway, that's what will happen next time. See you then, everyone.